In Laguna Beach Unified School District, we expect every student to graduate from high school with the 21st century skills necessary for success in college and careers. These essential skills, critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and communication, are known as the 4C's. And students will acquire and refine these skills as they learn the Common Core state standards. We are already creating a 21st century learning environment for our students day in and day out. And with technology being central to our efforts, we will continue to implement the 4C's at every grade level. It really is an exciting time to be a part of Laguna Beach Unified School District.
STEAM is a year-long elective for 7th and 8th graders, and it stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics, and it's a hands-on, project-based learning environment for students. So they're learning the concepts of science and technology through their projects, their collaboration with their groups, and really the hands-on aspect of it.
I have STEAM 5th period and it's really fun. We have been building robots lately. To figure out whose idea we chose, we had a little design matrix and we all wrote down our ideas. Then we rated them all on 1 to 10, and the highest rating ones we chose to build on our robot.
Some of the advantages to working with other people were having lots of different ideas from different people. It was a little bit difficult at times because you had to figure out which one we wanted to use because you can't use all of them. So we had spreadsheets where we decided what we were going to use, and we wrote down all our ideas and we just collaborated.
So through this class, students are working in groups to accomplish their projects or hands-on learning, and for this particular unit with building the robots, they have to work together and really collaborate, communicate, and practice those 21st century skills of the technology, the communicating, the collaborating, all those things together.
We've been talking about implementing the Common Core state standards here in Laguna Beach, and our teachers are ready to do that, but we really are going way beyond just implementing the Common Core state standards. We're really looking at 21st century teaching and learning for every student in every classroom. The rigor, the relevance, all of the deepness of the state standards necessarily calls on teachers to be using those 4C's in order to get to that depth of thinking for our students.
Today my class did a STEM engineering lesson that incorporated the 4C's. The students were tasked with a challenge and they had to build a tower to hold a museum artifact. The solutions aren't always totally obvious to the students. They have to see what worked and then try to build upon that. And critical thinking comes into play because they might need a larger base structure, or they might need more support around the sides. Balance, thinking of things like that to incorporate into their design.
If it fell down, then we would learn what mistake that we made. Maybe we should put like the front legs in front and the back legs in the back so it could be more balanced.
Before we started the lesson, we introduced academic vocabulary to the students that they would be using, and how engineers think and talk when they're in the design process. And then in this particular lesson, I had them use the iPod touches to take pictures of the design process as they were going through the process to document it. So they were able to take pictures of other groups' designs and report back to their own group of what ideas might be able to be incorporated into their tower building that they were doing. I think that is a great way for them to also think about their thinking, which is important too, especially in Common Core as we go towards getting students to work through processes and really dive deeper into what's going on instead of just quickly glancing over or glossing over a subject.
We know that students can be effective in college and career if they can demonstrate the 4C's, the skills of communication, both in writing and in speaking, in collaboration, being able to work with others, in critical thinking, being able to solve problems, and in creativity, being able to think outside the box and do things creatively. We're really looking at 21st century teaching and learning for every student in every classroom.
To Today in class, students work together with their groups to bring their math that they were calculating the last few school days together with their group to create a poster and do a peer review. Students were put into family groups and they were given a scenario similar to the Dust Bowl in the 1930s in Oklahoma, Texas area where it was severe drought and economic depression. And they were given a bare minimum amount of water and bushels of wheat that they had within their family groups, and they had 1 cow and 1 bull to survive on. And they had to make a choice, how were they going to survive from September into June.
I like working in a group because you get everyone's input and you get like a new side of things that you wouldn't normally maybe have not thought of before.
It's important to work with other people, especially in critical thinking activities, because they're always going to have a different perspective than you will. And when you add them all together, you can really get a lot further with how you think about things and how you just calculate it through.
So the Common Core is often talking about claims, evidence, arguments, and that's exactly what this lesson was, where the students had to take their data, justify their data, make a claim, and argue their justification.
Here in Laguna Beach Unified School District, we're committed to helping our students develop their skills in the 4C's in order to be effective communicators, collaborators, critical thinkers, and to be creative. And we want that to happen every day in every classroom from kindergarten through 12th grade.